Beautiful aerial imagery here of the Western Cape Lifesaving Champs at the Strand 2025, and we are getting ready for the start of the Men's Taplin Relay. And away go our board paddlers here in the Taplin Relay. If there was a Derby Day title for lifesaving clubs, the Taplin Relay would be it. Every club wants to put their name at the top of the Taplin. It is a show of force and of depth of your club's abilities, and 4 members in the team. There's a runner, a swimmer, a board paddler, and a ski paddler. That order gets mixed up, and today's order always finishes with a run though, and today's order is going to be the board going into the swim, finishing with the ski, and then the run to go across the line. What a start here by Big Bay. Been quiet this weekend at the champs, but Big Bay's Matthew Brooker is definitely turning on some taps here, as it is the C team for Fishhook, Cody Stellard, now putting on the taps. Let's see these boards go into this first scan. Levi is on the outside. Watch what happens on the outside. If you're on the outside, you're going to lose time unless you accelerate that board. Levi Mays does exceptionally well to stay in exactly the same position, even though he had to accelerate. See the Clifton cap and Fisher cap behind. That's Matthew Brading, along with, is that from Clifton? Not too sure who that board paddler is. It's probably Zach Waters or Tanner Garul, one of the two. Probably Tanner Garul. And on the inside now, that's going to get slowed up there. You want to get some open water. Cody Stellar just closes the door there on Clifton and accelerates to get onto the side of Big Bay's Matthew Brooker. Look at that comfortable stroke by Cody Stellar. Tanner Garul gets up onto his tail wash. That's good work there. Levi Mays is still setting the pace here in this Taplin relay for Fishhook. The board paddlers now going into the wave zone, and this is where things can change. Matthew Brading on the bottom of the screen gets a bit of a run. They are looking for something, anything. Levi Mays finds the anything. Levi Mays finds a very, very small anything to open up a substantial lead here. Look behind him, a bit of a wave. Cody Stellard's on it. Clifton's on it. That's Garil. Big Bay's on it. Llandudno's on it. Fishhook's on it. Llandudno love themselves a bit of a Taplin relay. That's probably going to be Peter Copeland on the board, and Levi Mays is into his transition and running hard. Transitions mean positions. A good transition is a good position. You can lose meters and you can gain meters on your transition. Levi Mays running hard. He knows a good transition puts his swimmer, James Matthews, in the best possible position. There you can see the change, the difference in distance now. James Matthews going into the water. He's spotted some kind of rip there. He's going to go as far as he can, but the rest of the field, positions 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all still up for grabs. James Matthews, that gap has been closed significantly by Big Bay's Jamie Smuts. Excellent transition there by Jamie Smuts as he is hunting down the feet of James Matthews from Fishhook. Swimming well now is the team of the Fishhook C team. That's Wade Bekus in there as well. Wade Bekus, a strong swimmer. Right next to Clifton. Clifton's swimmer there going to be Conrad Skeppert. And right now, James Matthews back in the driving seat here, coming up to the swim can. The Fishhook A team, they're currently in the lead, and it is a comfortable lead. James Matthews, the surf swim champion of this competition, is really putting pedal to the metal here, showing some good commitment for his club. Fishhook coming into that first turn can. He's going to have clean water all around him, nothing to slow him down, while the rest of the guys are going to be bunched up together, trying to see who's going to get their names on that podium position. Things can still change. I'm not going to call it for Fishhook just yet, as we see Jamie Smuts from Big Bay is holding steady there, keeping Big Bay in the hunt, in the running, along with Fishhook Shane Hart and Wade Bekus. Where is Llandudno? Llandudno's got to be in here somewhere. one of these guys, sorry, that would have been Rob Tweedle in the board. This is Peter Copeland swimming for Llandudno. Peter Copeland for Llandudno. There we go. On their feet he goes. Wade Bierkus holding steady. They're trying to stay with Jamie Smith from Big Bay. James Matthews maintains his lead here in the open men's Taplin. Keeping up the intensity, going in a diagonal line here to the surf. Strand is a strange beach to compete in. The finish line is always at an angle to the surf, and if you do catch a wave, you always kind of end up catching it away from the finish line. So it's a very tricky beach to try and line up the surf to the finish line. Here comes a bit of something for James Matthews. Just not enough, but he can start his porpoise dive soon. There we go. He's nice and tall. Starts the dive soon, and soon he's going to be able to pick up those knees and start his run across the beach. There we go. James Matthews for fishhook. That swim took it out of him. He gave it his all to try and increase that lead into his stride now. Look at the gap that James Matthews has created here for Fishhook A team. Their paddler is Uli Hart. Uli Hart, silver medal in this year's competition at the ski race, but a former ski champion. And Uli Hart, I can't think that anyone is going to catch him unless he somehow goes the wrong way for a long way. Into the ski he goes, through that foamy, and away. Right, big transition here from the other teams. Big transition from the other teams. The race for second and third place is hotting up, folks, as we see our other teams really giving it stick here, handing over to their ski paddlers. Who's going to do the transition the best here? Oh, Big Bay gets a bit of a knock there onto Fishhook, and that's going to cost Fishhook a little bit. That's the Fishhook C team, but they're away, and now well into their race here are other teams. As we get a shot here of Uli Hart now coming into the apex of the turn can for the ski race. He came second this year at this to leave our maze in the ski race, but a former ski champion and also a national team representative. Around he goes, and Fishhook A team are firmly in the driving seat here in this Taplin relay. What a paddle here from Llandudno's Johnny Lucas. Got off to a great start off the beach after his transition. Johnny Lucas just going around the apex with two Fishhook teams chasing him down. These Fishhook guys want to give each other some water, but no, they don't. That's going to cost them a few meters, and they should have opened up for each other there to get a smooth way around. If you close somebody down like that, it's going to work out negatively for you somewhere, especially if you're racing somebody down. We'll see how that works out for them in the finish as we catch up here to our leader. That is Uli Hart for Fishhook, and he is now going to hand over to his runner. It's going to be the club captain. Ethan Buncombe from Fishhook is going to be the person that takes the Derby Day Taplin win over the line for his club. Fishhook A are the defending champions as well in this, and so they are going to take it for the second year running. There goes the club captain. Look at the elation there. Does a bit of a double hand pump, or is that just his running style? Yes, that's just his running style. No, there he goes. Looks across, and elation for the Fishhook team as they take home the Taplin title for 2025. Top of the screen. Look at our runners go. This is going to be a run for the finish. Our ski paddlers have caught up to Llandudno, and it is a three-way run here for the silver medal. Here comes Llandudno. This is going to be Rob Tweedle pushing for the line and just gets the silver medal ahead of the Fishhook C team. Roman Colonello holds off the runner from the Fishhook B team, Jaden Vessels, to take the bronze medal there in the Taplin. Beautiful scenes here of our Taplin guys finishing. This race will be raced all the way. Oh, some shenanigans happening here. he had something to say about that to Clifton. Clifton also going skew, not quite sure how that happened, but hands over to his runner. That was a great tag, and taking his life in his hands there, going broadside to the ski, is this Clifton team. That is the Clifton A team, and it is Samuel Boyson. Look at what it means to these teams. No matter what the position, they're going to want to finish strong and make sure they give the best account for their club.